Hey, hello, folks from EDCON. This is Suji, and from Maskbook team. I'm very happy to join this virtual EDCON. So today I'm gonna introduce and talk about how we change the web more, especially how to use the Web3 right on top of the Web2 through our solution called Maskbook. So what is the problem of internet today? I think it's well known in our crypto community, but still a problem for general public. The user can use they can use those platforms for free. They gain those efficiency of big data and AI, but they lose control of their data. They can't migrate freely. They lose control of what to read, what they read, and how they read. They're basically manipulated by the whole big data and whole platform and whole current internet ecosystem. This is a famous screenshot from Mark Zuckerberg's Congress hearing 2 years ago, and in the last 2 years, there's great progress in the decentralized community, but we haven't solved the problem yet. We haven't really fixed today's internet or today's Web2 yet, and Web3 is growing very fast. How can we solve these problems? There's many attempts of migration to the new internet or to the new Facebook. This is attempt by many, but and I think most of them already failed. Take example of Telegram. It's a really cool service, but even for Telegram, you can't take your friends and data from those existing platforms like WhatsApp or Facebook with you, and it's really hard to persuade the general public to change or migrate from one platform to another one. There's also an attempt to build a completely parallel internet like those deep web or dark web using the onion network. And those attempts are truly secure services, but they're either too geeky for people to use, or they're condemned by mainstream media. You can't expect we can teach our grandma or friends who don't really understand technology to use the Tor network. It's really hard to teach them how to use the CM wallet as well. In the past one year, 2 years, there's several attempts to make the Web3 much more easier to use, but it didn't solve the problem of how to let people from Web2 move to the Web3. Is that really possible to let people using Facebook to use those Web3 servers like Ethereum? And eventually the question is, how do you view the relationship of the Web2 huge monopoly platforms and Web3? In our opinion, from the very beginning of our project and our team, we view those platforms as an infrastructure. The Facebook is, or all those social platforms, is the huge data factory or digital asset factory. If it's factory, why can't we do something inside? Why can't we do something within it? We don't really need to run away, right? And that's probably the best way. So here I'm gonna show you guys how Maskbook work and what is Maskbook. This video, the resolution of this video is kind of low, but I think you can understand. Yeah.
Just like you usually do, click the tweet button and text what you want to encrypt. Write what you want to post without letting the platform know. You can also select specific recipients below. Maskbook will automatically encrypt the text. Click tweet to post your encrypted text. You can also use the image payload to encrypt the text. Here is the comparison before and after using Maskbook.
So basically, the very first functionality we build on top of Facebook, Twitter is, the Maskbook is a broad extension or compatible mobile solution that able to help you or enable the user to send encrypted posts or encrypted images or encrypt them into gibberish or GIF or any kind of form that can contain those encrypted information. It's nothing special, even compared to the old-fashioned PGP. And it's really cool, but it's not really, onboarding user to Web3. It's giving them some, cryptographic, power or decentralized identity. But what if we can extend the whole functionality and extend or bring the whole Web3 into the Maskbook? And when the user using the Maskbook not only for the encryption and decryption, they also can send cryptocurrency. They can also send NFT or anything in the Web3 on top of the Facebook through our small middleware. And that's what we did in the next step. So here is how I send a stablecoin DAI wrap packet using the Ethereum smart contract. We wait 2-3 seconds and one create a contract, and then boom, we encrypt or kind of encode the metadata of the contract on Facebook and on Twitter, make it into gibberish, and boom, you have the wrap packet like that, right? And when you want to receive that, if you install or you want to claim the wrap packet, if you install the claim extension already, you can just do a simple click, and all those JavaScript or those user interface are rendered through a decentralized layer. There's no centralized service in our platform right now, so that's really cool, right? And we're really happy to have supporter from Ethereum co-founder Vitalik and the stablecoin DAI provider creator MakerDAO. It's really happy to have them to help us to have this campaign during the Chinese New Year this February to celebrate the Chinese New Year. And another very interesting thing we noticed is it's quite a small campaign. We didn't really spend a lot of money for wrap packet, but for the February this year, Maker only have 50K holders. Right now, Maker only have 70K holders. It's a great growth. You have 20K new holders. But besides the DeFi, the wrap packet actually created 3,000 transactions in a 3-day period. That's really cool. And we also, attract around 1,500 new users from those Twitter KOLs audience to the Web3. It's really simple that you don't need to tell the users or the Web3. You tell the users, okay, there's an encrypted message, there's an encrypted cryptocurrency. Once you install the plugin, you will onboard in the new world. And we want to keep polishing the user experience and make it much more easier. And the next thing we did after the MakerDAO campaign is, okay, we already sent some cryptocurrency on top of the Twitter and Facebook. And how about let's sending some program like that? And Gitcoin is a very famous community-driven platform full of hackers, developers, and Ethereum community and other decentralized communities.
Sometimes the Gitcoin. Let's go back to the Gitcoin. So sometimes, it's really hard for the general public or the normal internet user to learn to use Ethereum, etc., etc. How about let's just use the Gitcoin on top of Twitter and Facebook to fund directly through a simple, click on the fund this grant button. And eventually it will be like the history of 90s, the relationship between the Microsoft operating system Windows and the future entry point for our internet, the browser. In the 90s, all of the other competitors of Microsoft want to build yet another OS to beat up Microsoft. But Netscape Navigator, they did build a browser within the OS. And eventually, after introducing JavaScript to develop websites, so the browser become more like an operating system. The value of the Windows operating system is kind of diluted. And the general users have a way to to enjoy the new world, enjoy the new the web, the internet. So what we're doing is what we're doing at Maskbook is eventually bridge the Web2 and the Web2 and Web3, and create a huge union, create a way to let people use Web3 right on top of Web2. And we are alliance of 4 Web3 projects, because eventually we're helping them to gain value from the Web2 layer, to dilute value from those monopolies. That's also what we gain, what we learn from the Radical Market, the Radical Exchange Foundation. And this approach, in my opinion, and in our team's opinion, is the most efficient, much more faster, and will generate the largest amount of encrypted data asset from the general public static surfing. So eventually, what will it be like? It'll be like a data union, a DAO, or something on top of it. We don't know yet. But I guess that's very interesting to experiment, and that's a very interesting way to gain the traction, to have all the users from Web2 today to use Web3 right on top of Facebook and Twitter. Not only about sending cryptocurrency, but actually enjoying the world of decentralized apps, enjoying the world of all these fancy Web3 free of internet, free of money. So if you want more information, please join us on Telegram, or find me on Mastodon, which is Federated Network, social network, or find me on Twitter. We're happy to help, and we're happy to learn from all the other Web3 projects and how we can help them to onboard more Web2 traditional web users, how to make Web2 users use Web3 right in their daily, right on top of those giants. Thank you.